Welcome to the OTECH Pro webinars. This is a great day, a great Saturday, sunny out here, and it's a lovely day. We are all happy to be here. Welcome, Red. Welcome, Maddie. Welcome, Chris Johnson, Mike Ellis. You know, our brothers, OTECH Pro, Vincent, Oliver, Bob. Comfort. The lady is here. So we are just happy because after the news, the meet up with our CEO, Mr. Ash Mofara, it's imperative that we have something like this. Just a coincidence, you know, lead to an incident where we are just here after that great meeting, and it's just a day that we need to meet, you know, with having a meeting with OTECH Pro. So it's really lovely to be here, and just want to piggyback on what Mr. Ash Mofara said. He said, I was born to leave a legacy. If I'm not doing anything beyond my full capacity, it means I'm not doing anything. That is massive. He said, if I'm not doing anything beyond my full capacity, it means I'm not doing anything. Welcome, Maddie, and welcome all the rest. So I will throw it to Maddie Digamo, who will go first to lead us on this, you know, this wonderful day and the conversation. This is a chat, free flow. So Maddie, take it from me.
Okay, beautiful. Colin's your host now too, so you know. Hello everybody. Here we are at OTECH Pro Roundtable. Our topic is our vision is bigger than our needs. I'll probably jump all over because I usually do. As far as our vision is bigger than our needs, what that means to me, very, very simply, is you're going to have so much for yourself, there'll be plenty to give away. And I believe that. So, and that's why what we're going to get is way more than we actually need. And that's a beautiful thing because we can work together in uplifting humanity. Because, like Ash said, one person just can't do it. I mean, Mother Teresa was great, but there's only so much she can do as one person. What I wanted to cover too is part of the webinar that Ash had and clarify some things. I know we've said it probably, well, Friday, Saturday, 2 days in a row. I was on a lot of webinars because of columns. I'm just kidding. But anyway, here's what I want to make clear from the way I see it. Ash came out. I want everybody to picture, and I've said this before. There's a 10,000 piece puzzle. You used to, you know, you put them on the kitchen table, and everybody in the family, when they walk by, they find a piece, they put it in. Well, he's the only one working on this puzzle. But I believe there's enough done with it that he can see exactly what the picture is. And there's a few pieces missing. And he even knows what piece belongs. But what people need to understand at this point now, and this is part of learning from the implosion we had last year, this is part of that learning. Don't show all your cards. Don't give dates and times. Ash would much rather come out and say, here's where we are. He can give you a glimpse of where we're going, but we know where we're going is going to be very special. So when he comes out and he's saying what he's saying, some people twist it around and put a date. I want to say this very, very clear. Said it yesterday on a webinar. If I say something, anybody on this panel says something, Gershminder, Michael Williams, I don't care who it is, if they say something that wasn't said by Ash himself or written in the back office, don't believe it. If it comes from me, don't believe it. It might be opinion, it might be, that's a difference. I always say this is my opinion. But if somebody makes a statement, let's just let it go. Ash is going to tell us everything we need to know. The difference is he's going to tell us when we need to know it. The other thing before was, remember, he said we would make a product. He would ask the people, how long will it take? They said 2 weeks. He gave them 4, double. How many people do you need? 5, we're going to give them 10. In most cases, it wasn't done, even at the date he gave them, adding double the date. But who do we see? We see that Ash messed up on the date. When in reality, there's a lot more involved than Ash, right? He took the word of somebody else or other people. And I'm not bashing them, I'm just saying the way it was. But now, when he comes out, he said even the meeting itself was strategic. I'm doing this today for a reason. I'm saying what I can say for a reason. There was things brought up. What about commissions? What about this? What about that? The best way he said it is one day, those numbers in the back office of OES will say 0. How long? We don't know. How we get it? We don't even know that. There's money somewhere, and he'll do whatever he can to get it. Either way, he's going to make that whole someday, somehow. Another thing where people are here on ONPASSIVE 2.0. No, there is no ONPASSIVE 2.0. Years and years ago, when I got in, back when Red got in, he said back then, or at least he said it to me, I'm sure he said it, there was phases of this company in his head. Co-founder, O-founder, OES, and there was always this next plan. We call it Plan B, but there was always that plan. The difference was, I believe, this is my opinion, is Plan B was pushed in quicker. Why? Because of the implosion of what happened. But thank God, Ash didn't say, oh, there's an implosion. Oh my God, I'm going to go do something. He saw the implosion happening. He saw it happening. He started on whatever it is to keep going forward before all of that. Thank God. Because he saw something doesn't look right. This may not be right. I'm not sure, and then all of a sudden, boom, it was very obvious. Now the difference is after June is how bad was it? Not that he didn't know, but how much damage was really done. And they're learning stuff every day, I'm sure. But somebody posted out there people's faces, their names, and said nasty things about jail and you're a crook. And that does not help the situation in this company. Nobody, Ash never mentioned any names, not once. And neither should we. We shouldn't. Why? Oh, I need to know on the SEC this and the SEC. I didn't pay anything for lawyers for the SEC. I have no right to say anything. When it's completely over, he made it look like it looks really good. It looks like they're moving. But he never said it's over and over. And nobody else should either. There'll be a press release and then he'll say it. Yeah, that part's over. And that's a big deal. No doubt about it. It's a big deal. But it was a war. Most people thought that this damage started in September of 2023, when in reality it started back in 2019 or 2018. Did he bring it up? No, Ash never brings up all the crap that's going on. If I could have had a crystal ball in 2019 in January that all this was going to happen, I wouldn't be here. Nobody in their right mind would be here. But he took the blunt because his vision was, you're going to like where I'm going. And hopefully during these, going on my 7th year, me and Mike, and Red's going on his 8th year, hopefully during that period, you don't have to wonder about Ash. That's the part I don't get. I'm not sitting back on, oh, is he going to take off? If he didn't take off last year, why would he now? I would have been on a jet plane somewhere, but he didn't. He's here. So that's why when people ask me, I had a person write me and ask me, Marty, can you tell me something? What? Is the company a scam? I almost said yes, just to make them laugh. Just don't get rid of them. But I said, no. Okay, thanks. Like I would say it, right? Anyway, so but people are all over the place. That's why it's very important in this company, especially because we've been on the journey so long. We're all at a different level of the vision. Let's put it. Some of us have more belief, some have less, some whatever. But the closer you were to paying attention, the higher your belief would be. It's that simple. If you just moped around in the desert for the last 5 years, all of a sudden you check in, I would think the sky is falling. I would be running for the hills. And then when those people come back, they want to know, hey, what happened in the last 5 years? I can't even tell you what happened in the last 5 days. You want to find out, go to the webinar and go look at these things. It'll catch you up. Is it going to make a lot of sense? No. You had to be engaged. We said that from the beginning, not knowing what was going to happen. We said it, I said it every day. Guys, stay engaged. And you can stay engaged just coming in once every couple of days, really, or every 3-4 days. But yeah, there's people confused. There's people at different level. Man, you look so excited. You look like, because what I see the picture too. I see a few pieces missing. I don't know what the pieces are. Listen, I can market with Mike and Dan right now, go somewhere and make enough money. Am I going to be a millionaire? Probably not. Care too much about people, but I can make enough to survive. I could have for 5 years, but I didn't. Just there's nothing out there for these poor people. Like, let me give an example. Ask right now if he does something new, could start it and just go and be the richest man on the planet. I believe he has no desire to do that. So if he's worth $200 billion, he would rather have a few million, and the billions go out to us and whoever else joins his company. So nobody's going to have this. And the way he set it up, and I learned this as I went, the poor lady, the poor man, the family in Africa, Bangladesh, Vietnam, wherever, 99% of this world is living on $10 a day and less. 700 million are living on $2.65 a day. What? So imagine, and this is what I want people to see this, especially because you guys represent a lot of these countries I'm talking to. You're going to get $25 one day for a commission. When you make $100 a month and you get $25, that's life-changing. What happens when you get 100? And the big thing's going to come up. It's going to come up for everybody. That's great, but I'm not a marketer. The tools in the back office make you a marketer. You use it, you'll be successful. Plus, the only time I was ever in business where everybody will share their ideas. Why not? You know what we are in this whole business? A grain of sand on the beach. We have nothing. It's only gain, gain, gain. So you imagine a village somewhere, all of a sudden, a family's making an extra 200, 300, 400, 500, and you show them how to spread it, the world will start to be painted a different color. So I just want to say, what we heard was really powerful to me. Some people say, oh, that means we're not going to have anything until it's done. It's not what he said. It's not what he said. There's some of the things of maybe legal and stuff on the passive thing. It might take a year to clear it. That has nothing to do with what's going on. He's letting us know a lot of that's going on, but he's not waiting. Ash is probably working right now about the future. That's what I want to say. He's working for the future right now. He's dividing the two. Yes, that's going on, but I've talked to him many times, and he can shift gears from one thing to another, to another, to another, to another, and I'm like, oh, cow. And that's just who he is. But no, just keep cool. He's planning on having one every week. Well, what's he going to say next week? He'll probably post what the bullet points are in the back office. I like that he did that. And he even went more than the bullet points, actually. But I think we'll probably cut it down. Another thing that was recommended by me and Chris, I mean, I just said, let's try to bring people in, new people every week. There's some people that are maybe more core or less core, whatever you want to call it. But I think these are good for get people in that would never have a chance to come in. Anyway, I don't know what he's going to do because Ash thinks about stuff and you might come the next day and goes, oh, I'm going to do this. So and that's okay. But I just want everybody rest assured. When he tells us, I go into a meeting talking to these people, and when I leave, I got a headache. If you've got Ash working that brain so much that it hurts him, we're in a good place. Because before, his brain hurt him because he couldn't get anything done. These people, when he says a sentence, they finish it. Can you do that? Yeah, no problem. Well, can we add? Yes. When can we have it? Next week, and next week comes and, oh, well, it's not quite right. No, maybe before. And it's better than he thought. Those are the kinds of things I got from that meeting. So I don't think we need to worry about that. Listen, we all know this. Everybody is buying these products right now or something like it. And they're paying anywhere from 20 to 30% more than the company's going to be charging them. And on top of that, the functions that it will have will be through the roof. So how much of a marketer do you need to be? Like, look at Apple. If Apple right now, I don't know, $2 trillion. If they said we got a new phone coming out tomorrow, and somebody bought a phone 2 months ago, they're getting that phone. Do they need it? No. We're going to have a brand like that, I believe. But the difference will be we put out our video conferencing. People start to see it. News outfits, teachers, lawyers, and it starts to get big. My grandchildren have a lot of issues. And sometimes they have people that they talk with on Zoom. I hear these people. They're frustrated with Zoom. They're frustrated. The tech guys here know about a lot of these that people are going, oh, this thing's a pain in the butt. Even with 4 or 5 people, I see every once in a while one of you guys freeze up for a second. You get a better product, 10, 20, 30% cheaper, and get a commission, it's over. And once you have the branding, once you have a company where you go, oh, I want that, they believe, and they should, anything that we come out with is at that level. That's why it's important when we show our cards, they're beautiful cards. The first time matters. It comes out, the next one comes out, whatever it is. Whatever, OPAL, whatever you want to call it. It comes out. People will be waiting to get it. You know, you talk about streams of income. If you have a new product every month, and that means 12 a year, and 7 of them are a multi-billion-dollar industry by themselves, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, that's why I don't talk about money. Let's talk about what we can do to get more people, because the money's going to be there anyway. It has to be. Not could be, it has to be. 1 and 1 is 2. Well, I don't like that. Doesn't matter. 1 and 1 is 2. Well, I don't believe this. Doesn't matter. It is. It will be. So I want people to rest assured it's coming. I see a lot of people already kind of warming back up again. We had 273,000 views in 24 hours or 30 hours, whatever it was. And I think next week there'll be more. And the following week, maybe even more. So I was all over, but I knew I would be. Anyway, I just want to tell everybody, don't question stuff. You're going to get the answer. Remember something. We all have to pass. Has nothing to do with how smart you are. We all have to pass. If you're in, you're going to win. So if you think you need to know something that's going on 4 weeks from now, why? We're all going to enter the door at the same time. And what you don't know, we'll tell each other. What does that mean? It means this. Oh, thanks. Don't get in a panic. Just wait. He said, I'm going to try to do this every week. So anyway, I think I'm done. Thanks.
Thank you, Maddie. Thank you for you've just explained a lot of stuff, and you've shared a lot of information, which is really great. My take from what you've said, today, a lot of founders are really panicking. Sometimes, when you panic, the people who are around you and the people you want to share this great business with, they'll be afraid. If you want to be a good, we are all marketers. Sometimes you think that you are not marketing, but you are marketing indirectly. How do you convince somebody if you cannot convince your own self? If you are not convinced internally, you cannot convince anyone. Whatever you want to do, you cannot. But what you have said today, he said, if it is not coming from Ash Mofara, please don't believe it. It doesn't matter who says it. It doesn't matter the people you can see them on the panel. You say, oh, maybe because people, they guessed, oh, Red is close to Ash, Maddie is close to Ash. So whatever Maddie said is true. Chris Johnson is close to Ash. No. You must question everything. It doesn't matter if it's Maddie, Chris, me, Oliver Fonte. Question it. Is it coming from Ash Mofara? Have you seen what Chris always said every day? Check your OES, the update. Because messages, sometimes if I said red, it changed to blue. The person who want to give it or sugarcoat it, we have to be very careful. And when Maddie says something, Maddie said, it is me. Red will say, Red said, it is me saying this. This is my own thinking. But sometimes people want to hear only what they want to hear. Please, we just have to be careful. And you made a statement again. You said, don't question stuff. We must wait for Ash to give us the information because it is coming. He will give us bit by bit. Remember when we started with we Go Founder, Ash prepared us to enter O Founders. We had that time, Ash prepare us. It was a meeting upon meeting before we enter the OES. That's how it is. They give you drip drop until you get there. But Maddie, thank you very much for bringing all of this, to us. So I will call on the next speaker, Mike Ellis. Get ready. You are the next. Then I'll go to Chris Johnson and then Red. So Mike Ellis, take it from Maddie.
Yeah, no, thanks, Colin. I'm glad Marty went first because he hit the big picture. He really talked about pretty much everything Ash talked about in the last webinar. But I want to come at it a little different way. I'm a simple guy. I really am. And I like simplicity and I like clarity. That's it. I mean, it's simple for me. Make it simple and be very, very clear on what's happening. And for me, what Mr. Mufara did just, I don't know if it was a day ago or 2 days ago, I lose track of time like everybody else. What Mr. Mufara was doing is he was putting the old to bed. He was shutting the door, period. Now, was it interesting to hear all the things that went on? And Mr. Mufara went over a lot of those things. Yeah, it was interesting. But for me, shut the door, bring in the new, really. And I'll explain that in just a little bit. But I want people to understand what my mindset has been for the last 15 years. I've been doing this a long time, and so is Marty, so is Red, so is Dan Street. And for years and years and years, we would get into a program or business, and we would think, yeah, this is really, really good. It's got a lot of popularity. We think it'll do great. And we would get in and we would do everything we could to be successful. Okay. And normally within, I don't know, 3 months, 6 months, the business would go down the tube. And my attitude was shut the door, put it to bed, bring in the new, period. That business is dead. That was my attitude. And it was probably the attitude of Marty and Dan for a while. And then, and believe me, this happened year after year after year. I can't even tell you how many businesses I was in where we got to the end of it and said, shut the door, bring in the new, shut the door, bring in the new, baby. We're done with it. And then we got into ONPASSIVE, and we got to listen to Mr. Mufareh. And the last 6 years, what Mr. Mufareh has said, shut the door, put it to bed, bring in the new, right? Right? No, that's not what he did. In the past, when a business was it was dead. We were never going to go back into it. It was never going to come back alive. It was never going to do anything for everybody. And Mr. Mufareh, what he did yesterday, he said, okay, we're going to put it to bed. We're going to shut the door and we're going to bring in the new. But he also explained that in that 6-year period, there were a lot of really, really good things that happened. Absolutely wonderful things that happened. And he's getting rid of the bad. He's getting rid of the ugly, but he's taken what is good and he's bringing it into the new. Now, do we know what the new is? No, we don't. He hasn't shared that with us yet. And I know when people got off the webinar yesterday, they probably had a dozen questions on, okay, what's the new look like? Shut up. Just shut up. Mr. Mufareh, he's going to bring that out when it's ready. And it's going to be ready when it's ready, and it's going to be perfect as he launches it. You don't have to worry about that. Mr. Mufareh, he told us he is going to share all of that with us. But he's brought all the good stuff from the old. It's in the new. We are going to be seeing what the new looks like very, very shortly. This won't take long, guys. So here we are, right? Here we are. What do you do with your life, right? I don't know when this thing is going to launch. Could be weeks, could be a month, could be 3 months, could be 6 months, could be 9 months, could be a year. I don't know. Mr. Mufareh hasn't shared that with us. He will, but he hasn't yet. So the timing, it's not irrelevant, but you have to take your life in your own control. You do what you need to do to get from point A to point B. And point A is where we're at right now. Point B is the launch of phase 2. You do whatever you have to do. You have to take control of your life. Now, the first thing I would say is start waking up every morning in gratitude. There is something in your life you can be you can have gratitude for. I don't know what it is. I can think of my own life, and I can think of a couple of dozen things. I wake up in the morning and I go, man, I am one lucky SOB. I really am. Because of the things that have happened because of Mr. Mufareh, because of where we're going, because of phase 2. The next thing, you need to do whatever you need to do to get to point A to point B, okay? This month, I will run out of money. Does that panic me? No, it doesn't panic me at all. And perhaps something happens this month. I don't know. Could be this month, 3 months, 6 months, 8, 9 months, whatever it is. But I'm going back to work. This is not a big deal. Work for me has always been a joy. And my attitude as I go back to work is I want to be a blessing for those individuals I'm working for. And here's how it works. I go to work. I do the best I can do. I try and be a blessing to people. As soon as that buzzer hits and I'm off work, where does my mind go? Goes to Mr. Mufareh, goes to phase 2. There are things I know that I'm going to have to do, and maybe you haven't thought this far in advance. Maybe there are things you need to do that I can start thinking about today. And Marty and Dan and a few other people, they know what those things are. And they take a great deal of thought. You just don't go into them. You just don't do them. You have to think about them. But initially, I take care of my life. I take care of my family. I pay the bills. I go back to work with the anticipation that very quickly Mr. Mufareh is going to tell us, boom, 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 we're there. And I know that's going to happen. I just don't know the time frame. I don't care. I've gone back to work. I have enough work for the rest of the year. I can work for probably 3 or 4 months and have enough money for the rest of the year. That's just me. It's because I'm an old bastard is the reason. I've learned a lot of things. I know how to do a lot of things. And that's what I do. If you're younger, it doesn't matter. Just go find a job. Just find a job. It doesn't matter because this thing is coming at us very, very quickly. So very, very simply, yeah, Mr. Mofara, he put the old to bed, shut the door, bring in the new. But it's so much more than that. As you listen to Marty, you understand what he's bringing from the old into the new. And Mr. Mofara told us in the last webinar, and I'll end with this, Collins. He said, whatever you think, whatever you believe, what's coming is so far better than what we've had. It is going to blow your socks off. I've been listening to Mr. Mofara for 6 years. I believe the man because he's never lied to me, ever, 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 ever. And I've been here a long time. So that's the simple explanation. That's clarity to me. And don't worry about the new. He's going to tell us all about that. And the old, put it to bed, shut the door, and let's move into the new, baby. That's where we want to be. That's it, Collins. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Honestly, that was really a great intro. Ash is, really at the helm of it. There is nothing we can say, and we just have to listen carefully to Mr. Ash Mofara because what is coming is massive. There is just nothing we can say, and there's nothing we can do because he took Plan B to another level. And thank God that all of this happens because we always said, what if there was some, we went and we are $1 billion or billion customers and things like this happen, we'll be in deep mess. So we always say, thank God that things happen along the journey. So I'm really grateful for that. I think I've seen Maddie hand is up and Comfort is up. So I will leave it for Maddie to take it and then Comfort, you will come. Oh, okay, Maddie. All right.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. My
I don't know
hand's
what
not
happened
off.
either. And also, Comfort, give Collins the host. I gave it
Yes,
to him
I
and it
will.
wound up on you. I
No,
don't
I'm
know
leaving to
why.
Comfort. Comfort will have it and then Comfort can share because my internet is playing up.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
Mino just told me, you got to give Collins. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to add something, Collins. I'll come back later. I'll let other people go. Go ahead.
Maddie, you can go ahead. You can add it before you forget.
Okay.
All right, cool. Person on our list will be Chris Johnson. Then Red, get ready. We have Chris Johnson. Come on board.
Wow, I don't even know what to say today because of what these two nice gentlemen, I won't call them the B word. I will call them old, but they're not the B word, that's for sure. They're good guys. I always usually get a call from Collins the day before. I'm like, all right, give me the topic. And I want to think about it. And Marty told me, why do you think about it? Just go out and speak about it. And I start thinking, okay, what do I want to really say to people to get them excited, to let them know, that this isn't going anywhere. And for some reason, I thought about when I was 12 or 13 years old, I wanted to start working out with weights and exercise. So my dad went out and bought me this cheap, I think it was 60 pounds, and plastic was covered, cement covered in plastic weights with this little flimsy bench. And I thought, man, this is it. Look out, Arnold Schwarzenegger, here I come. And I remember getting on that bench and I was, probably 20 pounds, if that. And I did it and I felt all good. And the next day I woke up, oh my God, what did I do to myself? I couldn't move my arms. I couldn't breathe because my chest was so sore. And I thought, I am never doing that again. And I start realizing back in that era, it was no pain, no gain. Remember that one? I know y'all remember that one. And I start thinking about that. Well, it's going to hurt. Everything we do, starting, no matter if it's a job or even meeting people, it's a little hard sometimes. And your pride might get hurt or your muscles might get a little sore, but that's I think that's life in general. And I look back at what Ash Mafara has gone through is he did take that to the tilt, no pain, no gain. I don't know that he thought he was going to go through as much as what he did. But he didn't stop. Like me, I realized that I'm going to hurt. It's going to hurt. I'm going to wait another day and I'm going to do it again. And I did it and I've done it till I'm 59 years old. Because I seen by looking in a mirror what the results were doing about me working out, exercising. Yeah, I'm a little slouchy today because I'm a lot older. I don't look as good as Mike Ellis, but darn, I'm going to try. But that's what Ash seen. I think Ash looked in the mirror and said, you know what? There's going to be some pain. There's going to be some mistakes, but I just have to keep going. He's seen beyond the mirror. He's looking in the mirror. He's actually looking behind himself. And what he saw was, I can do this. The ideas flowed out of the back of his head of what he really wanted to do. And he never gave up. Now, we all know there's individuals out there that will shoot you down in a second. Best friends, family. And that's usually what happens to people. You know, oh, Chris, are you crazy? Why would you? I've heard that my whole life. Because I always had crazy ideas. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. No. And then I start, maybe I just better not do it. Ash Mafara never listened to anybody like that. He kept himself on a straight path of saying, I'm going to do this. It's needed. This company is needed throughout the world, literally. You could see it every time you turn on the news. Needed. You could see it every time you read the newspaper. Needed. Struggles. No money. Still people from 100 years ago who don't have fresh water still don't have fresh water. This company is needed because we have people from all over the world in every country. And like Marty said, we got some, what I call them my OTECH bros, because I consider my brothers. We might not have the same mother, but we are all cut from the same cloth. We all want better for our community, our families. Don't you want to go down in history saying, wow, I helped a big portion of Africa. I helped a big portion of PNG. Not, oh yeah, in seventh grade, I hit a grand slam. I was the hero for the day. I don't know about you, but I want to be a hero the rest of my life and helping people. That's a good thing to live by. This is what Ash Mafara say. Now, he won't say he's a hero. I think he's a hero. He'll never say it because that's how he is. He's humble. He's a humble guy. And there's not many CEOs in this world that are like that. Well, this guy reaches out to many individuals that he can, talks to them. He knows they got issues. He helps people. That's something that we're going to talk about in the future. And I'm really looking forward to that. But really, everything out there is just, it's a big chance. I never looked at this company as a chance. I looked at it as, this is a beautiful thing. You know, Chris, you sacrifice every morning. Saturday, it's beautiful out. I could make a few sacrifices for all the sacrifices that man has made for all of us. That's the honest truth. When you sincerely ask me, Chris, we should be fishing right now. I got something that's a little more important to do today. We can do that later. I got time to do that stuff later because to me, this is what counts. Another attitude, I believe, my opinion, Ash Mafara, is I can do that later. This is more important. This is more important. I was listening to Red's Q&A today, and there was a question brought up about how long it's going to take. It'll take a year. And I want to reiterate on that. Ash Mafara found this team, and he has explained this in the last 5 or 6 months on a 1 or 2 webinars, and said what I was getting before took 6 to 7 months to do. These guys are doing it in 2 weeks. Better, faster. Not knocking anyone. They're more experienced. They're more knowledgeable. They come from the biggest of the big, and they're here to help Ash Mafara out. They love the fact what he's doing. Most people come into a company and said, okay, so what are you going to do? You're going to make us a lot of money, but you're not going to be known. I don't even think these guys want to be known. They just understand that his company, his business is going to help their families and people all over the place. I mean, you got to think about it. In this world today, who's really helping out anybody? I know it's not governments, that's for sure. Think about that for a minute. You have a business run by a guy with this big old crazy mushy heart, and he just wants to help people. To me, he's got, I'm going to say it nicely, he's got a lot of guts. I won't say what I want to say. I think he had a lot of guts to come out and tell people, which he's been wanting to for a long time, the truth. This is really what happened. We've talked about, he's going to share a story someday. And I think a lot of people, by the looks of our, excuse me, numbers, I used to say that when you find out the truth, you're all going to come back. A few of you you're going to let your pride get to you and you might walk away, dumbest decision you'll ever make. But he came out and he told us, I think, almost exactly what happened. I think he answered every single question that gets sent to me on a daily basis for the last 6-7 months. That takes a lot of guts to get out and do it and say, well, I made mistakes. He was on that bench. Oh, this is going to hurt. I know it's going to hurt tomorrow. But he caught himself. He figured it out. He figured it out when it started happening, just to let you know. But he wanted to do something different. He went a different way. But he didn't want to tell anybody because he didn't really know what was going to happen in the next 5 or 6 months with what was going on with all the other stuff. And I agree with Mike. Shut the door. I'm here to help change the world with people from all over the world. Ash Bafara made sure that he found people, excuse me, to get out and look for these individuals that really care about humanity. Really care about humanity. Not many people are like that. Most people are me, myself, and I. And he states all the time, oh, no, I want you to fill your gas tank, fill your wallet, but just go out and help some people. And I tell people, I wouldn't be any other place. There's zillions of things online right now that you can go do. I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to fail. It's factual. I know it from all you guys and gals. It's factual. You're going to fail. You're going to put $1,000 and maybe make $5. If you make more than that, God bless you. But you got to keep working at it. You got to keep making the calls. Buying more products here. Try this. Try. Next thing you know, you're $5,000, $6,000 in debt and you haven't made but $100. This is totally different. I still got people call me and say, this is MLM. No, it has nothing to do with MLM. It's straight out equality, people working together, a man who's working for everybody, and it just keeps getting better. So yeah, shut the door to the negative. Shut the door to, okay, we made mistakes. Remember your mistakes, but learn from them. Ash has said that many times. He said, I've learned from some of the mistakes I made. He talked about trust. His big heart. His big heart probably is what made him trust the people that he shouldn't have. He admits it. Not many people could do that. Not many people can actually admit they made a mistake. Think about that. How many times have you made a mistake at work and you're like, oh boy, I really hope no one sees this. I'm not going to tell nobody. He didn't think like that. He said, I made mistakes, but I learned from it, which set him off in a whole different direction for us, for all of us. You have to make sacrifices for your entire life, whether you know it or not. You make sacrifices for your kids. They want to go to a great college. You're going to work 10 more years longer. That seems like the thing I hear every single day. Mike talked about running out of money, going back to work at his age. I'm not making fun of him like he thinks I am, but that's pretty good. A lot of respect for that. Ashmafar hasn't given up. Mike Ellis hasn't given up. All of you have not given up because you believe in what this company is all about. That's all I got, Collins. Back to you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. You know, you said a lot. And when you were speaking, I was just like thinking, and I said, wow, this is really a lot of messages that you've passed, especially not technical, not but morally, which you've just passed. How many of us can really stick to someone you really love? You know, not forgetting, no, you don't want to really get anything out of it, but you just say, you know what, I want to stick to this person because he's a good person. And he said, you never ever, you Chris, never look at, look at this, as a chance, something that you're coming, you never look at it as something that you just get something as a chance, but you look at it as something that will benefit others. And you said this is more important to you than anything else. It's more important to you. You have a lot of things that are important, but to be here, your presence is more important because you are looking about something that will change humanity. That's the reason you are here. That's the reason why most people are here. Not all, but most. Because Jesus said, among you, there are still bad apples. That's the truth. Whether we like it or not, among us, there are bad apples. There are people who think about me, myself, and I, what I can get, how much, show me the wallet, the money. How many of us have ever think about how I sleep? Is it okay? Is the wife okay? Is the kids okay? Like the way you can call somebody not for business purposes, but just to say, oh, I just want to call and just to check on you, how you sleep. But you said, you know what? It is about me. I don't care if this man rot in jail. And that's not a good practice. I just want to thank you, Chris, for that. That's moral value. Whether you get anything from this or not, but sometimes we are more important than the physical things or whatever we want to get. You come close to somebody and you tend to fall in love with that person more than the benefit. And that's why we are here. So just want to thank you, Chris, for that. And I'll call the next person, which is on my list, Redfern. Take it over.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Collins. Thank you, everyone, for inviting me here, and good to see so many. Mike Ellis says he's a simple man. I think I'm simpler, to be absolutely honest with you. I look at what is here, and I had questions. I'll hold my hands up. I had questions before the meeting on Thursday that were going around my head, exactly the same as everyone else. And I was, thinking about, what's happened, what's happening, etc., etc. What did I think at the end of the webinar? Well, for a start, majority of the questions that I had in my head had been answered. I've drawn a line now under what was, like Mike has said, let's shut the door and move forward. I thought it was very important to address those things so that there was clarity, so that we understand what had happened, where we were in the process, why they happened, and we can obviously now empathize so much more with our CEO for what he went through behind the scenes without divulging it to us. What I want to move on to and talk about is two things: strategy and 2024. Now, when we first saw Ash, if you remember, about 4 or 5 weeks ago, when he popped up on Marty and Chris's live, he mentioned 2024 then was the best year, in his opinion, of ONPASSIVE. And that got me thinking, why? For me, it was horrible. I don't know about anybody else, but it wasn't the best year in my opinion. And he mentioned it again on the webinar. 2024, in his opinion, was the best one. I believe that the reason it was the best year is to go all the way back to those first two audio videos that he did in 2018. Now, for those that have listened to them, for those that joined because of them, what was he doing in those two audio videos? He was outlining his vision. He was outlining what he was trying to achieve, where he was trying to go with the business. And he said on several occasions that when I joined, there was no name. It wasn't called ONPASSIVE. There was no O-founders. It was just that. It was a vision. And, you know, we had to send him a text when you got a referral, etc., and put it on an Excel spreadsheet and all crazy stuff like that. But one thing that struck the chord for me was the vision of this guy, what he was actually trying to achieve. Now, in those early days, we had the O-founders and we had what it was going to be. That expanded into what we saw with ONPASSIVE. That expanded even more with bigger and more products and more tech and more razzmatazz and all the rest of it that was going on at the time. But was that the real vision of actually what he is trying to achieve? Now, going back to why I believe 2024 is the best year that will come out of ONPASSIVE, is that I firmly believe we were getting away from what his vision was. I think that we were moving in a direction that wasn't sitting comfortable with our CEO. We were literally doing things that go against his beliefs, the grain of the ethics of what ONPASSIVE was trying to achieve. And when the proverbial hit the fan, right, in June of 2024, it changed everything. Okay. You know the expression, the new brush sweeps clean and all the rest of it, This gave him, in my opinion, the chance to reset, to do what he actually wanted to do. Now, let's rewind back 2 years. He said on the webinar, didn't he, that he had inklings of things not going quite as he wanted to, in the direction that he wanted to, all the way back in 2 years. And he put a secondary plan into place to run alongside what was actually going on. What a genius move, by the way, that was. I mean, we are going, you talk about being a major tactician and strategist. This guy literally nailed it by doing that 2 years ago. But here's the difference. He said openly on Thursday that what you are going to see has nothing to do with ONPASSIVE. The only thing that is the same is my face and my name. Now, do I believe there's going to be elements of ONPASSIVE within the new business? Yeah, I think there probably will be. I think the tech products are going to be there as well. Of course, upgraded, of course, better. I believe as well, we will have some sort of ecosystem evolve with it. Now, if that means it's similar to ONPASSIVE, then that's about the only similarity there will be. He also said, if you remember, there's no point in coming back the same or a little bit better. What's that going to prove? Is that going to excite people? No, it's not. This is a major deal, guys. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be better. It's going to be fresh. It's going to be new. And it is going to literally knock your socks off. Because it has to be. For everything to succeed, this has to be fresh and new. And this is why I go back to strategy. Him coming out on Marty and Chris's first, and then the webinar that we had on Thursday and the subsequent ones that are happening, are all very, very strategic. We can't mention any timestamps. We can't mention any time frame to anything because we don't know. But if you listen very, very carefully to what he said 2025 is going to be the best year yet. Now, read into that what you will. Does that mean we're waiting to the end of 2025? Who knows? But one thing's for sure, if you're looking at his strategy, why come now? Why do what he's doing now? Didn't have to. We were bimbling along. We were doing our thing. We were still very much supportive and all the rest of it. He's coming to us now because things are happening behind the scenes that we don't know anything about. He's confident that he can come to us with the news that he has. He's divulged it with us. There's going to be more updates on a regular basis of what is going to be going on, that he feels confident that he can come to us with that news right now. To say I am excited is an understatement. I'm like Mike Ellis. I wake up in the morning and my mind wanders to one thing, the future. I do what he does. I make ends meet in my own way. This is what we should all do. We should not lose sight of two things: making sure you look after yourself and your family, but also work on your future. And working on your future is doing things, whether it's in your mind or whether it's in physicalities, to get yourself ready for when we get going. You don't want to be catching up, guys, because there's going to be the likes of us lot on here are going to be out of them starting blocks and down the track when that gun goes off. We want to take full advantage of momentum, of what is going on, to get that word out there. I certainly believe that strategically we are going to be in the best possible place because he's going to get us ready. I think he's going to drip feed us information over the next few weeks and months. And I certainly believe that we are in the best possible place. Why? Bigger and better is coming. Simple as that. Let's close the door, as Mike said. Let's look to the future and embrace what our CEO is going to bring to us. Back to you.
All right. It's like we should just shut the door now. That was really amazing, Red. Really, really great. You know, he just summarizes everything. And I just believe those who are listening, they get it. Why now? Why Ash is coming up now? Why? Why not before? Because he knows that things are, happening behind the scene. He will not come out. He doesn't need to, as you said. But he is coming up now. And you said another thing. You said we should not lose sight. We should not lose sight on things that is happening. We should also take care of ourselves and our family and take care of our future. Because this is our future. That's true. Whether we like it or not, this company is our future. And if you are there listening to what Red have said, please watch this again and again and again. Why is Ash coming up now? Why not before? And you said, the bigger and better things is coming, is happening, and is coming. Red, I just want to thank you for what you've just said and what you've just shared now. And then I will turn on to our sister, Comfort, take the stage.
That's serious. Tell me what you want me to say after the big things have been said. Thank you. I'm just happy to be here. I don't have to say anything anyway, but let me try my possible best. I just want to go back to Ash's words, which touched deep down my heart. I think I can repeat this over and over. I would say it like a memory verse, something we do back in church, back home. So Ash was like, I could have walked away so many times. I had every reason, every opportunity. It was tough, messy, and complicated, but still I stayed. And why did he stay? Not because he had to, but because you and myself believed in him. And that trust, he said, means just a lot to him. And what next? Even if the world turns against him, that's Ash. And even if it breaks me down, I will not let you down. I'm in this not just for you, but for something bigger, for the moral duty I feel to stand strong, deliver and honor my word. And what was his word? I am going to do that thing that many, many people have seen and have not wanted to do because they want to keep it all to themselves. Many people have talked here about me, myself, and I. We hear this every day. We see people act it every day. So he also talked about choices. This is very important. Red, remember, you know that I like choices. We have discussed choices, and you need to be ready to come back. We discuss choices again. That's Red, because we do that really good. So listen, I just love the fact that he makes it choices. You have a choice. He came back and he stayed because we chose, some of us, not everybody, to believe in him and trust him. But you have a choice not to believe in him. You have a choice to walk away, either for good, or you just go for a walk down the park and then come back soon when you think that he's ready. But do not take somebody with you. Go on your own, make that decision of yours. Go for a walk, wait, tarry down there, have fun, do whatever you are doing. Come back when you think Ash is ready to deliver what you are expecting from him. Don't take people with you. And on the other hand, do not let someone take you with them. I was brought here by somebody so dear and so lovely to me. I don't know where he is now. But I tell you what, when he thinks that we are ready, I will sit on that very seat he sat to walk me through this. And I'll do what he did to me in those days and even more. Because I came here, I saw it, I saw the mission, and I saw the behind the tunnel look brighter than he did. He's gone for a walk. I'm happy to bring him back to steam whenever he's ready to come back. Let's stop, because one thing Gina Oliver asked yesterday, what should we be doing now? He said positivity. One word is all he needs. Positivity. It doesn't cost money. It doesn't cost time. So if you are that guy who wants to be the first person to bring the breaking news, that is not how Ash delivers breaking news. It comes from him. He sits on the screen and delivers it directly to you and myself. Do not rush to bring breaking news and bring it wrongly. You know, the moment he's still on the webinar, people are still asking questions. Summaries are running here and they're saying totally something different and very strange. That aches their heart physically. I don't like it. I'm trying to put it really nice so that I should look like a nice girl. But then, listen, Ash is going through so much already, and much of it, unfortunately, has been caused by what those who speak French say, l'ennemi de la maison, the enemy from within. I know that externally, people have caused theirs too. So it's time now to look inward just for a second. What is this thing I want to post? Do I need to post it right now? Who is it for? Who is the audience? Who is the person I want to receive this message? What is the reaction I want them to take? Do I want them to learn something? Or do I want them to see me as that big guy because I sit by Ash and anything I say, they believe in me? And so you mess people up. Messing people up means messing Ash up. Messing up a few people who care and try to stand up and do damage control. Ash has to stop whatever he's doing, come back and say, no, that's not the right thing. Or call Marty and Chris and say, listen, that's not what I meant, or stuff like that. Let's just give him that. That's all he needs from us. Don't give him money because he doesn't need it. Don't create time for him because he doesn't need, well, create him time, because when you cause those problems, you distract him, you waste his own time. You waste the time of the people who are working with him. You waste the time of me and other people who are waiting for Ash to be ready so that we start harvesting, you know. So when you see the topic for today, the mission is bigger than something like that. Collins, I've forgotten the words, but my understanding is that if the mission is bigger than my need, it means the real person in need is not me, because I could afford $97 US to secure a position for myself. So I'm good to go. If I did not bring this opportunity, I'll still live. But then it's bigger than my need, because I am just here. I'm just a co-instrument with Ash. He is being empowered from above, like he testifies it all the time. I am being empowered by Ash Bufaran to go down the ends of the earth where those people think that's all about life, and start empowering them. and start making them know that, listen, you can also do it, and this is how to do it. Take, I'm God. So we can do it. Let's just be positive. That's it. Do not rush to break news and say it wrong. You know, I listen very carefully. I'm just like, what's Ash has finished? What does Mike Ellis think about this? What does Red say about this? What does Marty DeGamo say about this? What does Collins say about it? What do these other people say about it? Then it gets broken down to tiny pieces, and then I pick them up. And then now when I know that I understand, I can say it in my own words. That's when I can answer. If I can't, then I say, please go and listen again, or you wait, watch a few webinars and get ready. You don't even have to say it because it's not your job. We always forget. None of us has been employed or mandated to do what we are doing. We do it out of passion and out of the joy that is in us. But then you don't have to say anything about it. Just show your excitement, be happy, and learn, and do what Mike Ellis said. Then now is to seal it. If you don't know it and you can't say it the right way, seal it, listen. Someday you will be able to say what you need to say if you really have to say it. Collins, I'm done. Thank you.
Fantastic, Comfort. Honestly, the mission is bigger than our need. It is really bigger than our need. The vision of this company is bigger than our personal need. And you know, you touch a lot of points, which really, you know, I said it rightly so, you know. And when I look at it, he said, I would have walked away. I have so many chances, so many. I think Red is here. Red is a businessman, has been there. There are times that you feel like this is the opportunity for me to disappear legally, to just go and disappear, and I'll walk on the street, see you guys, greet you, but I say, it's not my fault. You know, it's not my fault. You guys know what happened. And he will still share a drink with you. But there is nothing you can do. He chose not to, because he feel that the mission that is on his shoulder is bigger than one man. He wants to deliver for his own sanity, you know, for the sanity of himself and his family, to clear that image, that cloud. You know, he came in as a good man. Like Ray said it yesterday, when they started 2018, Ray said it, they make search. Oh, Ash is this, Ash is this, Ash. There was already good image, good picture of success. You know, Ray said it. They went and they Googled. They said, let us know this man. But what happened? Everything was good image. What has happened then? Because people tarnish that image. And what Ash is doing, not because he wants to clean himself, it's an obligation to say, I will not allow negativity to divert the mission that I have. My own mission, the goal for humanity. I will not allow that to happen. I will go ahead and do what it takes. And those negative people, one day they will sit back. Like my mom always said, the mouth that said bad things always says bad things. It's the same mouth that will praise good, it will say good things. So, Comfort, I just want to thank you. And it's our choice, you know. We choose to be here. And we can still choose to leave. But don't tarnish the person because of what your $97 or anything. There are money that we have lost, more than $97. There are things within us we cherish, not even money, we have lost. We cried, but we said, you know what can we do? We pick up our broken pieces and still move along. But Ash is still there. Red said it, you are still here showing your face day and night. Robbie Noble said, somebody who is still here showing the face day and night. How can you castigate that person? Because he is here. That's why we are here. He's still going on, and that's why we are Comfort. Just want to thank you for bringing that back, you know, Ash word, which is really, you know, consoling to many people. So I will turn now to my brother, Vincent.
Oh, thank you, Collins. Thank you. And thank you also to my brother and sisters today for the great speak. So today we are spoiled with the great guys with great information so far. So thank you all for being here for us. So I'm very grateful for that. So today I'm going to comment on what Mr. Ash said on Thursday, because Mr. Ash came on Thursday. He said a lot of things. So I'm glad so that most of us were there, but we are commenting on that for those people we're outside there, because we hear some people, they like Colin saying, there are some negative people in the world. Some people, they are negative in their life. And then if you are negative, you will get negative, and then your life will not prosper. So this is a real, and then it's not like I'm saying something bad. And Ash, I'll comment about what Mr. Ash said. He said he was born to make the difference. When someone say he was born to make the difference, so he's there to make the difference. So that's the difference that is going to make that is still here, and then it's there for us. So we have to be sure the man is there, he born, like he said, I was born to make the difference. It's going to make the difference. For sure, I believe in that is going to make it. He said also, so far, that good thing take time. Exactly, good thing take time. For all of us, I know we hear that. So good thing take time. Good thing doesn't happen like just wake up and then money, or go to the market and buy tomatoes and come back. This is very fast. That's not even the tomatoes that you go to the market and go and buy. Before it become a tomato as a product and then you go and buy, it takes time, because there is someone who will go to the farm and then put everything down, and then later it become a tomato, and then someone will go and take it from the farm and then bring it to the town. Someone will drive it from the lorry or even the car to the supermarket, and then you will go and buy. So it's also, even the system take time. So everything in life, it takes time. So Mr. Ash Mufara is right to say that, and then I agree with him to say good thing in life take time. When we born slowly and then go to primary school, secondary school, and then university, some of us become doctor, engineer, whatever we are, and then it takes time. You did not born and then the next day you are whatever you are. No, it takes time. So this one, thank you, Mr. Ash, I agree with you. He said also that I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. He can decide to not to come to the webinar, like Thursday he came. So he believes that something, I believe also that something good is coming. That's why he appeared to let us know, to inform us, to educate us that what is going on and then what is going to happen. So it's not going anywhere. So he trying to reassure us that it's there, is here, it's not going anywhere. And then things are going to move forward and then going to happen and going to prosper. So we should be assured for all this. So all this is trying to reassure us that it's there, and then it's going to move forward, and then something good is going to come. We don't know when, we don't know tomorrow, like all of you said, tomorrow, after tomorrow, or no. But for sure, something will happen. And then we have to be sure that it will happen. And then we have to believe. We believe in that. Something will happen, and then he's working hard. Look at everything that happened to him. I would say he's a very resilient man, because if he's not resilient, he won't even stand and then come. We have some people, very little thing, then they start crying. They can't even wake up from their bed to go to sitting room and talk. But all this thing that happened to him, this man is still resilient. He come up and then he says something to us. And then he's there and then he's working. So we should pray for him. We should be with him. We should not go left and right and they say negative thing, because he need our support. He need our prayer. We have to be with him day and night, because he's working day and night. He's working, he's spending his life and do things for us. Even when we are at work, sometimes Colin send me a message, I can't see. So this I send you a message, I say I'm working. You see, but I'm working, I'm concentrating on one thing. But sometimes even when my mobile phone rang and someone send me a message, I don't see it, but my mobile phone is even sometimes next close to me. But I'm concentrating and doing something. So imagine, for one thing that I'm doing, I can do other thing. So this man has his own life, and then he has the business that going on. So imagine, and then all the pressure around the world, all the pressure, this one, this, and then sometimes you are sitting, someone will go to the news, oh, Mr. Ash have done this, he's doing this. You see, we have to understand, we are all human beings, the pressure behind the man. Even all this pressure, when he come here, and then he's not saying that this is what happened, this, you won't see it, even from his face. So even one thing are going wrong, when he come, he's still happy, and then he can tell us exactly what. Some people even can sit here and then they have their face closed. They're not talking to anyone because they are very upset. They're not happy. So we need to know, we have to pray for him. we have to be with him. We have to understand him, because it's not easy as the way we think it is. It's not easy. In the world of business, it's not easy. And then competitors, even those competitors around us, when they know this is going to happen tomorrow, they will try and they stop him. They will try and break his way, how to do things. I'll give you one example of those of us who know UK. Red and Collins and Comfort in UK here. There's one supermarket, Collins know what I'm talking about. When one giant supermarket in UK, they try to build their supermarket here in the center of the city I live, where Collins and I live. They try many times. Every year they go, they fail. Every year they go, they fail. Why? Because one of the giants was around that area and it was making £1 million a weekend, every weekend. So for him, if the other competitor come and build a supermarket there, they will not get money. So they try 7 years. It takes them 7 years. And then what happened? They said, okay, we're going to build a supermarket. And then before we build the supermarket, our city need a stadium. It's okay, I'll build a stadium. And then next to the stadium, I'll build my supermarket. And then now the city council allowed them to build it. Now it's working fine, but it takes them 7 good years before they get the stadium built and then they get the supermarket that they were looking for. It takes them 7 good years, that supermarket to build, because the competitors won't allow them to do it. So we are facing, Mr. Ash is facing so many challenges around the competitors, around even inside guys, inside treat, some people that they are with him, his own friend, they snap him in the back. So there are so many things. So we should all pray for him. We should be with him and make sure that this man build the future as the way he want to build our future. The driving future is the way that he want to do it with AI that is mentioned, everything. So we should trust him. We should be with him. We should all come to close and pray for him, because it's not only it's a problem of technology or problem of personal problem or political problem. You need also our support, fully support. And then we should be behind him all the time, so that he will get also the power and stand full to do the job that he want to do for us. Because if you have even money and then you don't have support from people that you are doing the job for them, and then your people that they should support you and then they help you to do it, and then they trying to give you problem, it will always fail. So what you need, we should be positive behind him, fully stand with him. You believe me, guys, it won't take time. Everything will go forward, and then the grace of God will be with us, and then things will deliver, and then we'll get the way we are looking for. Collins, I'll leave it there.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Vincent. That was really great. You know, you really spelled a lot of things that I said on Thursday. You know, I was born to make a difference. Ash Mufara. You know, that's his calling. He was born to make a difference. He said, good thing takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. That's true. Red is a businessman. If you ask Red, how long does it take you to do what you did, your restaurants and stuff? Red will tell you how many times he failed. It wasn't like straightforward. Red, you can go ahead and say it if you want to say it. Yeah, you can open your mic and say it. Red will tell you it wasn't easy.
We've had many launches of businesses that we've taken over and done within the hospitality industry. And every business is the same, isn't it? You have an idea of what you want to do, and then you start implementing that idea of what you want. For instance, layouts and what menu you want and what the kitchen's going to be like and all the rest of it. You start implementing it. Guess what? You can't do that anymore, because the gas line won't go through this wall, because the wall's got made with something that you can't get through. So you can't have that appliance there anymore. So you have to get a different appliance. And then you think, oh, I want to have this certain beer in the cellar for the customers. And then all of a sudden you can't get the supply of that. So you have to change that. And it's always good to have a plan, because you need to have a plan, but you need to be flexible within the plan that you have. And that's the key to any business, is be flexible, embrace change when it comes, and utilize that change to your advantage and not your disadvantage. I firmly believe this is what's happening with us in this business, is change has been necessary. but we're embracing it. We're making it better for us. And this is where I think the road is heading for all of us. Back to you, Colin.
Oh, thank you, Red. Thank you. You just hit the nail straight. That as a business person, you know all of these things. And I said, I'm not going anywhere. Vincent, just reiterate that. And he said, we just have to pray for Ash and support him, because sometimes he needs our support, our encouragement. Don't worry, you'll get through this. Don't worry, everything will be fine. Just push on. We are behind you. We are supporting you. We'll stand by you. And that's all what Ash needs. He doesn't need anything again from us. Just that support, that moral support is really consoling. So I will turn now to my brother. We are fine. Oliver, it's you now. Take it from there.
Yeah, hi everybody. Want to thank Mike Ellis, Red, Maddie, Chris, Comfort, our queen in the house, for joining the OTECH Pros today. Vincent, Bob, Collins, myself. This is a great one. Our CEO came out on Thursday and gave us a brief summary about everything. And I'll plead and beg everybody, go and listen. Go and listen. Do not come out and make statement that if you don't understand anything, pick that phone and call, because we are going to the phase, or on that phase now, that we have to be very, very careful. We have to be focused. Negativity is not the word. Negativity is not going to help you or help your own business. I'm also pleased to saw that, Maddie just said we had more than 250,000 which therefore means that we still have active people. I'm very proud of it and happy about it. Also, our CEO make great statement that even if it costs his life, he will still be there. It takes a man. It takes a man that had the heart of the people, that is focused also, to make statements like this. Then not only that, he said, we are winning by definition. That was a big one. Not only by definition, but to lead ahead. To lead ahead. We should know and understand what is coming. Because those type of statement is only somebody. He sees everything, he is there, he knows, and he said, it is going to be more than fine that I'm keep saying we are fine. He said it's going to be more than fine. So please, we should, despite all the challenges that he got, despite all the challenges, ups and downs, family stuff, the pressure in and out, he said 2024 was the best year, like Greg also said. And that 2024 turned things around more than what he thought. Turned things around more than what he thought. And we are coming now much more better and fine. So please, this is a time also for us to connect. This is a time for us to connect with the right people. This is the time. We have to be disciplined also. We have your long-term and short-term goals, strategies. When we go to the market, where am I going to start? Where am I going? What am I going to do? With whom am I going to associate myself with? Because now, like he said, nothing that is coming is going to be like ONPASSIVE. Only his face that we will see, that is going to be the same. Like Red also said. So we should prepare. We know that what is coming is bigger than what we thought, like he also said. We should stop being or panic, ask questions that are not necessary. you have that pen to write your own story. Because each and every one of us, what we've gone through, will write our story about this company, about ONPASSIVE. And he said ONPASSIVE is going nowhere. It is going nowhere. For me, I saw it a long time ago, and I was prepared for all the challenges that are coming ahead, because normally I know great things never come from any comfort zone. Great things come, we have to go through challenges. If you want to be a man, if you want to be somebody, a successful person in life, Einstein went through a lot. Steve Jobs, the same. Jeff Bezos, the same. All the great people. It's not going to be Mr. Ash or this company and us. For we are lucky that he is fighting for our future. We are lucky. We didn't invest any money, our time, all the challenges. We are just there waiting for things to go through for us to come and start to eat. He took all the risk, all the bullet. All what we need to do, support and pray for him and the family. Because if he's not fine, the kids and the wife, they will not be fine. So we should stay focused. We should stay focused and pray. Thank you, Collins.
Oh, thank you, bro. That was really great, short and sweet, really nice. Just to recap what you said, you advise everyone to go and listen again. Don't make up your own story. Listen and listen and listen all over again for Mr. Ash Mofara. And you always, point what Ash said. He said, even if it costs my life, I will not give up. Even if this mission I'm embarking on cost my own life, I will never give up. I was born to do this. Vincent said he was born to do this. He said we are winning and we are leading. And you said we have to stay focused and try to know the business we are in. Thank you, Oliver. It was really beautiful for you to say all of these things. Thank you very much. Now I'll hand it over to our brother Bob. This is the last person. Bob, take it over.
All right. Hello, everyone. This is your brother Bob from Bel Air, Maryland. It's good to be here. Thank you, Brother Maddie, Brother Mike, Brother Chris, our darling sister, Comfort, and Red. Red is off camera for the moment. Thank you, Collins. And my brothers, Vincent, Oliver. It's good to be here. OTECH Pro Saturday. Oh boy, our founder, Mr. Ash, came out on Thursday, as we all know, and it was very exciting indeed. Our topic is our vision is bigger than our needs. We can make that affirmative statement because we are driven by a leader or a founder who has a healthy penchant to uplift humanity. Our founder, Mr. Ash, and I'll explain why I say that. Because at the eve of him coming out to talk to us, after about 4 months, he loses his uncle, someone who is very close to his heart, someone that is known from his childhood, someone that he loves. But because this vision of his is bigger than himself, if it were you or me, we would say, let's postpone, let's suspend this webinar for today. Let me deal with this. But our founder, Mr. Ash, has that ability to compartmentalize himself. He knows that this vision is bigger and bigger than him, than his personal need for the moment. He said, no, we're going to move forward. I need to give my people the updates that they deserve to hear. So I want to, again, extend our profound condolences to our founder, Mr. Ash, and his family. These are difficult times. We know God is going to see you through with this difficult moment. As far as I could see, as all of us saw, Ash looked good. He looked relaxed. He looked happy. I asked him a direct question, as you all heard. Do you miss us? He said, hell yeah, I do. I miss you guys. So he does misses us. He missed us a lot. I know he wants to come out more often, but I'm sure with the advice of his powerful attorneys that he has working for him, it's better for him to stay quiet, just act, which is what is required. No, he told us that even though he's been quiet behind the scenes, but they have been very productive working in the background for us so that he can save us all the pain and all the anguish. So despite the fact that we have not seen him as we saw, we have not seen our founder, Mr. Ash, for the past few months, but massive work is going on behind the scenes. And the results are bearing the fruit as we're all about to witness or to see. But Ash did one thing which you have all alluded to here. When he revealed that innovator's mindset, what I call an innovator's mindset, when he made this statement, I think Collins has talked about it. Vincent, we have all made reference to it. When he said, I wrote it down also, I was born to make a difference, to leave a legacy and an impact all over the world in a good way. And if I am not doing anything beyond my personal capacity, I am not doing anything. So he challenges himself. He challenges himself to go above and beyond. He gives himself a personal challenge to make sure this dream of his, that's why he can look at us straight in the eye and tell us, I'm going to do it or die. I'm going to carry you guys behind my back, because he is challenging his own personal self to get us to the finish line. So I really appreciated that. And then he told us we're not obligated to be here, which is true. Sister Comfort mentioned that. We are not, nobody is forced to be here. It's a choice for us to be here. We are not doing business as, our business is not a usual business. We are not business as usual. We are an ideology, he says. We are an ideology that is rooted from an intention that is grounded and accepted by the higher power. That is a fact, you know. So no one is obligated to be here. No one is obligated to be here, you know, thinking that this is going to happen at this time, this is going to happen at this time. You take a break, like as has been said. When you're tired, you take a break, take a step back, relax, and then you come back, you know. We're not here to compete with anybody. We're here or to make things complex for anyone. We're here to make it easier, simple. That he calls it the definition of ingenuity. We're not here to complicate your life, as Mufara says. We're here to make it easy for you. And the most difficult tasks are the ones that are difficult. You take it and you make it simple. That you are a genius, I would say. As you all know, I'm into information security and compliance, global compliance. So when our founder, Mr. Ashwani, talked about the SEC matter, I had a keen interest, and I would love to reiterate it here, what he said. And I'll just leave it at that. I know a lot has been covered already. You know, our founder, Mr. Ash, he told us we have been played since 2018 with the SEC matter. You know, since 2018, he's cooperated fully, 120% fully, full transparency. Even the former staff that we had, they've all been very cooperative with him. He has given his personal and business records for transparency, and I've examined it. He told us the staff, the SEC staff, was very professional. They did what they had to do. Was it fair? No, it was not fair. It was very painful and it was very unfortunate. He says it was unfair. And so it leaves me to think to have this thought in my mind. We know with the fullness of time will come. There will be a day when everything is said and done. Mufara has gone and done what he has promised to do or what he's doing, and the whole world now knows his name and the good deeds that he'll be doing all over the world in an instant. And then what happens to those who made the decision to go after him this way at the SEC? We'll leave that to their conscience, because we are going to ask why. Why did you do what you did? We'll leave it to your conscience. And he told us that the SEC matter cost us a lot. It cost us millions of dollars, and it also affected our KYC with our other European countries. The unknown, Brother Madi, things that he did not know. This brought it to the forefront. You know, that is the cost of what this has cost us. However, he says it's going to soon be behind us. This matter is going to soon be behind us. And he thanked each and every one of us for being there with him, for sticking with him throughout. He thanked us. He thanked us for our patience. He thanked us for our support. He thanked us for our prayers, you know, and he told us that they have reached a resolution. Thank God. They have reached a solution, and this is soon going to be behind us. It is not over yet, but they have reached a resolution, and it's soon going to go to the court, and then there will be final judgment and adjudication, and everything will be done. He ends by saying that ONPASSIVE is going nowhere. ONPASSIVE is going nowhere. So I implore all of us to stay focused because we are fine. We are more than fine, he says. Back to you, Collins.
Ah, Bob, that was really, you know, moving. Thank you very much. You know, honestly, it is really great. You touch most of it, Red touch it, and all of this. There is nothing we can add. But you said in the fullness of time, because I don't want to go back to all of this, you know, we will live by our conscience. Those who have done well in this company will rise and do things. And those who have done terrible things will rise and still fall. That's it. There's two ways: you rise and you fall. So in the fullness of time, because Red said, this is a perfect timing. Why is Ash coming out now? It is perfect timing. Because he doesn't need to come out. You know, he is coming out now because he knows this is the right time to start to tell us things and then moving us to where we want to go. For those who have ears, you can hear, or you can decide to shut your ear and say, oh, that's just fantasy. Like people who are writing, they say, oh, wait again for 2 years, wait again for 3 years. It's just this. But don't worry, you will rise and fall. Those who don't want to listen and they think it's a joke, they will rise and fall. This is not a naysayer. During the Pentecost, what happened? You know, I always go back to the Bible. When the disciples, they came and they were speaking, they said, oh, they are drunk. It's not true. But they were saying things that have been revealed to them until in the fullness of time, people start to believe in what they are saying, that it is true. We are not drunk. This is not the day of Pentecost. We are not drunk. We are saying the reality that Ash is here. This company is real. And we are still here again to stand. I don't know if anyone has anything to say. Red, if you have it, just chip in. Mike Ellis, you know, Mari Digamo, Comfort. The floor is yours.
I want to add a little bit because we're already an hour and a half. I want people to ponder this thought. Any business had an implosion like we did, and not to that magnitude, a lot less even. If they were a typical company, they would keep going with, we're going to go, but you'd be paying money every single month for nothing. He showed up and he talks about the future. That's enough. That's enough. He never charged another dime. I'm here. Why do Thursday's meeting? Why? If it's devastating, it's over. I could see if he was that greedy guy and he's been collecting $100 from all of us every month, and he figures if I can go 6 more months of dragging these people along, $100 each, I got a good chunk of change, I'll go to Belize. We're not paying him nothing. Nothing. He just said, we got a train coming, there's no rear view mirror, get in and strap your seatbelt. And the more I thought about it, I said, you got to believe just because of Thursday that it's big and listen, when he opens the door, he can't take back what he said. So he said, you're going to be amazed. If he said it, I know we will. And you know what's funny? I know there's a lot of people hurting, including me and my family. Thank God he did not rush anything because of anxiety. Because I'm telling you, because he wants it, what he's been thinking all these years, because he wants it that way, when it's ready, we are going to be blown away. We are going to be blown away. This was a very good meeting, fantastic panel. The wind was blowing, so there ain't nothing hiding. That's details you don't need to know. but really, this was amazing, amazing. Thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Maddie. Red, Mike Ellis, do you have anything before we close?
No, just very quickly, Collins, if you're listening to this webinar, there should be a massive awakening going on in your little brain. Really should be. I'll explain that the next time I come on, but ponder that a little bit. Listen to everything that's said here. And when you get it, that awakening is just going to go boom. And next time we talk, I might talk a little bit about that. It'll blow you away. Go ahead, Collins.
Thank you, Mike. Chris, you have it?
Yeah, I just want to say that I know that you see us on the screen, and this company wasn't just meant for bald guys. You know, I'm one of the hairy guys here, and we have fun in this family. That's what we do. We tease each other. We joke with each other. Why? Because we got to know people from all over the world. And really, that's what it's all about. You got to have fun. Pretty soon, we're going to have fun and turn a profit. So check it out. That's all you got to do. Back to you, Collins.
Oh, thank you, Chris. I don't know, anyone else, Comfort? You have anything, just
All right.
say.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I just want to say, let's keep going because the future is bright, and if not brighter. There's a song that in my language says, if you are serving God, just keep doing it. Don't be tired, because the moment you just want to drop is the moment God wanted to bless you. ONPASSIVE looks kind of like that. That moment you think you want to get distracted is that moment is happening, and then you miss out on the fun. It's history in making. You just want to be there so that tomorrow we sit on a round table to tell the story. You share what you saw from the beginning to the end. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Red is there. I don't know, anyone, my OTECH Pro brothers, anything you want to say before we give the final conclusion? Goodbye. Red is there. Anyone? Or forever hold your peace. All right. So now, we have just come to the end of this, and I want to leave us with this message. Those who are watching, from Mr. Ash Mofara himself. This is a soul-searching message I took from the whole webinar, and this thing struck me in my heart. I've been sleeping and pondering over this word. He said, forget about me, Mr. Ash Mofara. Forget, it's not about Mr. Ash Mofara. If there is anyone you found that can work for you without getting anything in return, the person who can give you so much and say, you know what, I want you to take more and I will take less. If you find such person, you have to say, this person, you know what, it is great. Among your family, it's not about businesses, it's among your family, your neighborhood, somebody who is giving you so much and you say, you know what, take it, I don't need anything in return. That person is a good person. It's not about the business. And I search my own heart, my own life. I've never ever seen it in my life. From the day I was born, the day I raised up, a part of my mom and my family who gave me everything for nothing as a child. None. Because what I will say is, you have to give me this and I will give you this. You either give me this in return, and I believe all of us on this panel will never find such a person. Mr. Ash Mofara is one of a kind. And I want us to go back, take this message back. If you will find somebody who can give you a lot, not in return, please, you can live on passive. You can leave this business, because it means you find somebody who can change your life. So thank you, everyone. Please, we'll see you again in 2 weeks' time. It was a wonderful show, and we want to thank you very much. Bye for now. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Somebody's got to shut off the.
Over the live stream.
Oh, you see.
I can do it if
Hang
you
on.
give me the host.
All right,
Give
let me
Maddie
do
the
that.
host, and Maddie will do it.
Hang on. I'm trying to do that. Voice Martin. Make host.
Just gave
Yes,
the minnow.
Mr. Degamo.